He might go for the Hunter. He did that last time, so I'm going to go Evo Ice Spirit. Holy prediction. Holy prediction! His Musketeers just got destroyed! Just looking at this deck, there is seriously not a single bad card in this deck. This deck is just a compilation of all S tier cards inside of Clash Royale. And with a 2.6 average elixir cycle, it is no wonder this deck is littered all over the top 100 and top 1000. And Goblin Drill is still one of the best and easiest to use win conditions in all of Clash Royale. Some substitutions you could make in this deck are the wall breakers for the berry, and instead of poison I see people run it with a fireball or a rocket, and alternatively instead of Mighty Miner you can use Goblin Stein. Now that we've covered the substitutions and I've talked about how insanely strong this deck is, let's get into the gameplay, because it's like I always say, talk is cheap. So come along for the ride and I will show you that anyone can cook. Alright, into our first match of the video, rocking one of the most fundamental decks in Clash Royale, Goblin Drill, 2.6 Goblin Drill to be exact. I mentioned it in the intro, but you can rock Poison, Fireball, Rocket. You can go with the Wall Breakers instead of the Berry. I mean, it doesn't matter, man. Goblin Drill, one of the most... seriously, one of the strongest decks in the game, generally speaking. This, Royal Giant, so fundamentally sound. Graveyard, so fundamentally sound. It's a really fun deck to play. I'm really excited to show you how to use it. At least, to the potential that I can use this deck. We're going to cycle this log here. Just trying to feel out my opponent. Looks like he might be running Graveyard or Golem or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Once again, going to cycle our Berry, have it live, and then we're going to go in with the Drill on the counter push. Never mind, we're actually just going to reactively defend this Dark Prince. Kind of looks like Electro Giant now that I've seen more. I think it is E-Giant. We're going to log here because it'll reset the Dark Prince charge and make sure that my Mighty Miner lives for a lot longer. I'm going to go Goblin Drill over on the side, and then I'm going to pop this ability because the Mighty Miner is going to help tank, and I can defend that Phoenix for really cheap. Yeah, it is Electro Giant. That's funny. Okay, we're going to go Skeletons here, and we're going to take all that damage on the tower that we're going to get, which is huge. We're going to cannon here and bomber up high, just make it really awkward for him to lightning and everything. If he does, we can go in for a drill. You have to expect the lightning, right? We're going to go the Ice Spirit here to keep this Berry alive. Skeleton surround, and now the Berry survives this interaction. So, honestly, pretty perfect defense. I mean, other than the lightning, but we didn't really give him value. All he hit was our cannon and the tower. He didn't hit anything else. So up a lot of elixir here. Especially in double and triple elixir, our cycle is so much faster. So as long as we manage our cycle properly, and don't give him too much value with his lightnings, like there's really no reason we should lose this matchup. E-Giant is definitely not one of those decks that I think of when I think of like decks that are fundamentally sound or very strong in the meta that you have to watch out for. I definitely don't think of E-Giant. Okay, perfect. He cycled it in the opposite lane, which is good for us. We're going to do this and get our first cannon down. Okay, kind of makes sense that he did that. Goes for the bomber cheese. Can't say that I blame him. I'm gonna go like this here, try and pull everything in. Okay. Don't panic here. We have one surviving cannon. We're gonna go for a very high surviving cannon. Yeah, he goes for the pre-lightning. I told you that's all that they can really do to break through is go for lightnings like that, but it's really not that big of a threat. Gonna wait just a moment, go for the log. Honestly, the biggest threat in this matchup, in my opinion, is the Evo Bomber. Playing around the Evo Bomber, as you can see, he got like, or almost got some chip with the Evo Bomber. Now's our time to be aggressive because he was really aggressive there. So any poison value that he gives, I'm just going to take. So you can see he gives us poison value there. And I'm going to take this bomb on the tower as well. It's definitely worth that damage. Okay, we're going to pre-cannon and cycle back. Get ready for the lightning that's coming. I might even poison all of this depending on what he plays. I'm going to go like this. High Ice Spirit to pull everything in. Get ready for the lightning. Skeletons will pull over the Phoenix. There is the lightning. We're going to go for a cannon. And again, we have our 3-card cycle, so even if he gets back to another E-Giant, which I'm sure he will, we're going to have another cannon. Let's go like this to get this on the other side tower, because that's where most of our damage is, and log away anything that he plays, hopefully. No, not quite. Oops, that was a misclick. That was not supposed to be a cannon. That was a misclick. Oh, geez, Rick. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now we might be in trouble. Now we might be in trouble. That was not what I meant to play there. You hate to see it. Unless you're my opponent, then you love to see it, but we're going to be okay. We're not going to talk about that misclick. We're almost at the point, especially in triple elixir, where we can just cycle our cards on the tower, like our poisons, and I'm just getting destroyed by that Diddy Cage. All right, let's go bomber here. And I don't love that E-Giant because now I can just spam drill poisons, and there's not a lot that you can do, especially if you have my Mighty Miner down, which we're going to. And now we can just cycle drill poisons, and we're going to win this game. So cycle our cheapest cards, going for a Goblin Drill, going for a poison, going for a log, and that E-Giant's not going to get to the tower in time. So pretty bad mistake on behalf of my opponent. I don't know why in Triple Elixir you would do that. He probably underestimated my cycle. So honestly, besides that one mistake, super easy match. Just goes to show how strong this deck is. So good game. We'll see you in the next match. All right, into our next match here against King Ali. So far, so good. I mean, if you've never tried Goblin Drill, please give it a try. I feel like for some reason it's not as popular as like log bait, but it plays so much like log bait. Like I don't get why you don't. If people that run log bait or run spam decks, like play Goblin Drill. It's just as good. Fundamentally, it's similar. The defensive sequences are similar. I'm about to get ran by this Rune Giant, aren't I? Yes, I am. Love this for me. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna go for a cannon here. Didn't want to, but I think I have to. Okay, so we're going to be up against this elite Rune Giant player running Rune Giant spam. Once again, I wasn't just saying this. If you play this deck correctly, I truly believe you can win damn near any matchup, dare I say. So we'll see if I can put my money where my mouth is. I do want to save my Mighty Miner if I can for these large and extravagant pushes. So let's go Mighty Miner here. Cannon. Bad cannon placement, honestly. Yeah. My fault. Oh my goodness, Exy. Oh. My fault. I should have placed the cannon sooner. I should have gone cannon. Learned from my mistake. I forgot that Rune Giant is actually really good. And I gave him all that extra damage on the Executioner. But I'm going to show you that comebacks are very possible with this deck. We're going to go Goblin Drill. I know he has Mother Witch. It's really not that great against the Goblin Drill. It's okay. I might even poison it. I'm just going to wait in single. Because his troops are going in the opposite lane, we still get a lot of damage. Let's go Ice Spirit here. It'll jump onto everything. It's going to provide so much value on defense. Look at this. It's going to defend that entire push pretty much. Holy moly, not pretty much. It did. So because he doesn't have his Mother Witch in cycle, we're going to do this. And we're going to press hard. He also doesn't have his Berserker, and he doesn't have his Bats. All he has is the Exy, which is still pretty good. But I think the Mighty Miner might take it out nice. We force out the NATO, and we're going to get lots of damage onto the tower. So just like that, despite having a really bad start, super easy to abuse our opponent's cycle. Good for us that we're going opposite lane. This deck that we're playing against thrives against pressuring in the same lane that your opponent goes into. Alright, we're going to go Goblin Drill, and then immediately we're going to poison, because we have a really, really good defensive sequence that we can pull off over on this side. Even with him having this, I'm not too worried about it. We have the Evo Cannon in cycle. Yeah, he pretty much forewent any defense just so he could support this push, and my man is not going to break through, I'm telling you right now. Let's go Mighty Miner, Poison, and yeah. We have some of the best defensive cards in the game, so any cheese that this guy's going to pull off is not going to work. So you can see there, I had one defensive flub at the start of the game, and then I locked in, and my man was not able to touch my tower, so we're going to give him the good game, and this was another easy match. Even against a really strong meta deck, it doesn't matter, man. Decks that have good fundamentals and all these really cheap and easy defensive cards are just so strong. So we're going to hold an easy W against King Ali, and I'll catch y'all in the next match. Next game! Up here against Plays Easy. Thank you for everyone that's commented on my videos. I feel like my channel's been getting a recent amount of love lately, so if you're new to my channel or you've been around the block for a while, just want to say shout outs to you for supporting me and engaging in the content. I mean, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Except I do mention it every video because it does mean a lot to me. So shout outs to y'all. Couldn't be here without you. Or I could, but I wouldn't have as many viewers. Looks like, alright, looks like my opponent is going to be, I don't know, man. People really just be putting Lumberjack into everything. So I truthfully don't know what this guy's running. What I do know is the Doctor is on the wrong side, so this monster is going to get eaten up unless you play something else. And I'm cool with that. Yeah, he drops the Ice Spirit. All good. We're going to go ahead and pull this Berserker in towards the cannon. Should be a really easy defense for us. I think we got a pretty large positive elixir trade from that, so we're going to go in here. I don't know why he played that Berserker. I feel like he didn't need to be completely honest. We need to be careful on defense over here, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. Play the Bomber, and the Bomber should kite away the Evo Lumberjack. No, I didn't. Okay. Rip. Yeah, that was kind of scary. My man went for the Rage on the Lumberjack. Someone tell this man about the balance changes. For those of you that don't know, they recently nerfed the Lumberjack, so you cannot play an additional Rage on it to extend its life. Nice, we're going to pop this ability here. So worth it. But my man tried to rage up the evil Lumberjack. So, just a whole nonsense deck. I mean, if you're tired of losing to these decks, run Goblin Drill, man. You will not have an issue playing against these types of decks. I don't think that gets a hit. Yeah, it doesn't. We're going to go like this. Once one Spirit Goblin locks on, you play the Spirit. That timing can be a little difficult, but it's all good. So the only card that I'm really worried about in his deck is the Evo Lumberjack. No more Lumberjack's not a problem. Berserker's not a problem. Skeleton's here to keep my Mighty Miner healthy. Goblin Sign not that big of a deal. I think I'm just going to poison it. Because of the recent balance changes to the Doctor's hit points, that is going to die pretty easily. Going to go for a low bomber here. And weird rage by my opponent. My man's just playing hella weird. I'm not even going to lie. Mighty Miner is going to kite everything back. I actually missed my log, unfortunately, so we do get some damage here. I'm going to ignore that Berserker. Maybe famous last words, but nah. Berserker sounds like she does a lot of damage, but she actually doesn't do that much. Yeah, once again, I'm just going to take this poison on the Stein. I don't care. I have my Evo Cannon and Cycle. So we had a small flub in our defense right there, but we're fine. Go ahead and pre-log here because we might hit the goblins as well. Nice. That log actually got so much value for us. It hit the skeleton army and it hit the goblins. And you can see it was really, really easy for us to defend. Over here. Go like this. I'm actually going to poison up top. Ice Spirit to keep everything in the poison. And we're going to kite this Lumberjack Ghost away here, hopefully with the bomber. Yeah, that's what I meant to do the first time. As long as you kite the Lumberjack out of the rage, you're going to be fine. My opponent actually doing a really good job at applying pressure. I mean, that's the whole shtick of his deck, is just non-stop pressure. I don't think he has a big spell, though, so I think I can start to be really, really aggressive with, like, cycling troops in the back. Intuitively, I don't usually do that, but I feel like there's not a lot that this guy can do. And cannons as well. I can pre-place cannons because it appears like he doesn't have a big spell, and if that is the case, I can kind of just be overtly aggressive and not get punished for it. I'm going to do this because he has to play something on that. Can go for a low bomber here. Nice. The Berserker, one of the best answers, if not the best answer into the game to the Goblin Drill because of how spell resistant it is. And now that I realize this guy does not have a spell, I'm playing this match completely differently than I was moments ago. I get the idea of this deck though, just like kind of spam and overwhelm your opponents. But if you manage your cycle well, you're not going to have a problem with this deck. Let's do this. He has to play something on the drill, like I said. And as double and triple elixir goes on, this deck that he's running just gets worse and worse, man. And it just gets easier and easier to defend for us. Okay, we're going to go like this. Now we're going to go for a cannon. He got to an Evo Lumberjack so fast. It's actually crazy. Alright, hi, Skellies. I do need to be mindful of this Evo Lumberjack here, so we're going to go Ice Spirit. Kind of a fail, but it doesn't get that much damage onto our tower. Low bomber. We're just going to spam him with drill poisons and set up a cannon. But at this point, man, the game's already over. He's not going to be able to break through in time. We're just going to go for a cannon here. Go for a high poison. We have our log for that. So GG's to this guy. Don't run a deck like this. Please put a spell in your deck, man. I'm begging you. Otherwise, you're going to be slamming your head against the wall when you play against any control deck. So GG's to this guy. Just a bad deck. Anyways, we're going to hold that W. I'll see you in the next match. Alright, into our next match here against this person. I'm honestly loving this deck so far. I mean, you can see how fun and effortless it is to play. Not the hardest deck to learn, but obviously at a very, very high level. You know, this deck has a very high skill ceiling as well. So we're going to go cannon like this. Whenever someone cycles a drill, I'm wary they're going to play something in front of it or that they're going to play like a spell onto my cannon. So we're going to go like this. Doing this will help keep my cannon healthy. You can see now my cannon's healthy. This guy's probably playing some sort of spam deck. There are a lot of spam decks in the meta that run like bridge spam with Bandit and Skeleton King and Bats and all kinds of hoopla like that. I'm just gonna, well, okay, I'm actually just gonna do this. Kind of a weird play by my opponent. I think I see the idea, but not so sure if I buy into the execution because now we defended that really cheaply. I'm gonna have my log ready in case he plays something in front. Yeah, he just goes for the gang. Hindsight, it might have been better for me to play the drill in the front instead of playing it in the back because then I could have pre-logged. Nonetheless, we still actually get a good amount of drill damage because the tower was targeting that Mighty Miner the entire time. Skeletons block the Spear Goblin shot, and we're looking pretty fire, I'm not going to lie. Okay, he just goes for the pump. Don't have to worry about it, just poison it. It is a -1 trade for you. but you do get damage on the tower. So in single and oftentimes double, I always poison the pump. And in triple elixir, you can kind of use your judgment. You might get more value with your poisons elsewhere. I'm actually going to defend this a little differently because we have the Evo Ice Spirit. I'm actually just going to go like that and then go for a Mighty Miner here. Skeletons will keep my Mighty Miner healthy, which is really, really nice. My opponent looks like he was maybe predicting the, I don't know, predicting the drill. Hunter is really bad on offense, so I'm just going to cycle this because I can defend it for only 1 elixir. If I poison here, I actually think we might take his entire tower. No, he played his knight. Okay. We're going to go bomber, and look at how much damage we're going to get, even if he pops this ability. Even if he pops this ability, it doesn't matter because we have log. Making sure that we kept our login cycle there was super important. We're going to go Ice Spirit here and then Cannon. So you can see this deck is so freaking good at getting positive elixir trades. It's disgusting. Shoutouts to Barry. I will log here because he does go for arrows on the Barry and skeletons just to make sure that it doesn't get more damage. So far so good. We're set up to go opposite lane as well. So if he defends the drill with troops, he won't have like a massive counter push into my lane. I like what I've seen from the matchup. Obviously, Skeleton King is really good against the drill, but not that good. We're going to poison this. Might as well. If I have poison and cycle, makes a lot of sense. He might go for the Hunter. He did that last time, so I'm going to go Evo Ice Spirit. Holy prediction. Holy prediction! His Musketeers just got destroyed! I wasn't predicting Muskies. Okay, let's predict the gang or something. I mean, he has to, right? Oh my gosh, bro. Those Evo Musketeers just got, like, just eviscerated. That was so satisfying. Oh my gosh, okay, that interaction, I can't believe it. We have to win this game now, because I need to keep that in there. That clip in there. Holy moly. Poor bro. Let's go like this. I'm going to poison these. Maybe that wasn't the best play. But Evo Cannon might be a better play. Yes, it is. Dude, we just got so many answers for the Musketeers. I know my man is fuming right now. At least I would be. Ooh, don't give me that log value. You gotta know. You have to know. You can't do that. Oh. So far, so good. I mean, at this point, I'm just debating going for drill poisons on the tower. And I think we can get away with it. No, okay, that was pretty... Those are pretty bad muskies, I feel like. But so was that defensive Goblin Drill. Your boy is trying so hard to throw this match. Okay. Alright, let's just relax. Let's take a chill. We're going to cycle our Mighty Miner in the back. Now it's triple elixir. We're just going to spam drill poisons and we're going to win this game. There's not much he can do. Like, seriously, there's like not a lot he can do in this situation. Genuinely. Because of how fast our cycle is. Boom, boom. Another drill, another poison. Doesn't matter. This deck is disgusting. Drill. We only need one more poison. We're going to go Skeletons, Poison, GG's, Triple Elixir with the champion down. Our cycle's too quick. His Musketeers didn't even make it to the tower. GG's to that guy. I actually think we had a really good matchup there, but we played it well for the most part. So we're going to hold that W. I'll see you in the next match. Into our next match here against Kyle. Kyle has a top 600 finish and an even higher tournament finish. So I'm sure he's no scrub. Cycles an Ice Spirit. Good to see that he's rocking the Cannoneer. I do see a lot of Dagger Duchess and Princess Tower, but I don't see a ton of Cannoneer, so it's nice to see it. Looks like he's also running a cycle deck of some sorts. I don't know what, but something. Kind of looks like it's Royal Hog Cycle. If that's the case, I don't love the matchup for us, but winnable. Ah, it's not going to be Hog Cycle. It's going to be something different, at least from the looks of it. I'll go ahead and cycle this. Oh, never mind, I'm wrong. Okay, we'll be Hog Cycle. I'm curious if he goes EQ, and he does. So for that reason, he's going to get a lot of decent damage onto the tower. And he's going to pop this ability, so we're going to log and we're going to be okay. But Piggy's EQ cycle. So I honestly think this match is 50-50. I'd love to get a drill player's perspective on it. Looks like he's running it with goblins instead of skeletons, which is probably worse for us. One elixir is going to take care of the goblins here. That's why I do it, because otherwise I'd have to play a bomber. Not sure what his big spell... No, he does have Earthquake. We saw it, actually. Okay. No goblins in hand, so it might be a good time for me to go in for a drill. If they start spamming Earthquakes, you can go like this and push the piggies out of EQ range. So you can see we spent 5 on 5, and we defended it. If he would have gone in for an Earthquake, it would have hit. So you can hover one card and then hold the other, like you can see on my screen. You can use 2 fingers. If you don't play Clash with 2 fingers, what are you doing, man? All right. We do get some good drill damage there, but... And double and triple elixir, man, they can just drop a queen in the back and just spam you like it's nobody's business. Yep. So you got to drop your Mighty Miner in the back to keep up with the cycle. That's going to be my tip for y'all today. Let's go drill here. And hopefully these skellies live. I can maybe go for a log, a pre-log. I'm going to. Yep. Perfect pre-log there, because now he has to play something else on this. Even though I know he doesn't want to. We're going to pop this ability because he's going to maybe pop the queen ability. And even if he doesn't, I'm fine with that. Look at that. Look at that defense right there. And we took so much of his tower. Mwah. Chef's kiss. I don't want to go in with this. This is already a threat. He's going to have to spend on it. And, you know, whatever he spends is going to do work on the joke. I like going drills for front in this matchup because of the fact that they have goblins. Pre-log here onto the piggies and the goblins. I guess it's not really a pre-log, is it? It's more of a post-log. Pop this ability here. It'll do okay, and we can go Ice Spirit as well, just to help cycle to our Evos. Got a good amount of damage there. I don't like that. Let's go drill here. He has a really fast cycle right now. I gotta start mixing up the drill placements because he's countering with cannon in front, which actually makes so much sense because I've been pre-logging his goblins. I'm actually going to let this get a little bit of damage to even out the damage on both lanes. I actually think it's a really good play. It's interesting to me. Alright, let's log here because he's going to pop the ability. And cycle our Mighty Miner in the back. Yeah, kind of desperation goblins. I really don't know what that was, to be completely honest. Ah, now it makes sense. He has Evo Cannon too. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, we're just going to cycle Drill Poison now because that was a pretty aggressive play. Never mind, we don't have the luxury of doing that. He's keeping the pressure up. Definitely feels like it's the right thing. Have to log this, otherwise it gets too much value for him. Alright, let's keep the pressure up. We have our Earthquake ready, or our Trick ready, rather. Let's go like this. I messed it up, unfortunately, but that's okay. You still get some drill chip on the tower. I'm not... Oh, now that's enough for me to go for a cycle, poison cycle on the tower within like 2 poisons. So we're just going to cycle drill poisons. Drill in the back, you won't be ready for it, and we're going to win this game. So, it's nice knowing you. It's nice knowing you, my guy. You're not going to beat us here. You hate to see it, but this deck is absolutely disgusting. Go like this, and Poison Log is going to take the game. So GG's to that Piggies player. I actually think we played it really, really well. I think that matchup could go either way. Hope that's helpful for you if you struggle with that matchup. We're going to see you in the next match. All right, into our final match of the video. Probably win or lose. I mean, we've had some really, really great games. I feel like I've shown you all that this deck can do. So if you've made it this far in the video, appreciate you. Big ups for you for making it this far in the video. Hopefully you've learned something. At the very least, maybe you've learned how not to play Goblin Drill. Let's go like this here. Don't really have any other cards that I want to cycle into this. 4 for 4 trade, and we get chip on the tower. Go low Mighty Miner here, and oh boy, that is a play. Won't be able to afford a lightning, more than likely. Skeletons here to keep this healthy, and just kind of aggressive. Oh, he does go for the lightning as soon as he can afford it, but by the time he can afford it, was it worth it? Probably not. So they usually run Tornado, and we've already seen Bar Barrel, so I'm going to go drill off to the side, maybe to make it awkward for him to Bar Barrel, or at the very least, the Bar Barrel won't be in the same spot as the Bomber. Ooh, Barry's going to get value. He can't afford Bar Barrel because he went for that lightning. You love to see it. Alright, let's go high Ice Spirit here. Super low Skellies, and we're looking quite good. Same thing, I think we played this matchup already, so maybe this guy can play it better than the first guy did, but it should be a pretty good matchup for us. Like I said, our cycle's so fast, it's very easy for us to get to another building, even if they lightning the first one. The only way for them to win this matchup is to defend perfectly, which they can do. It's just difficult. If they defend perfectly, then they're good. Oh, weird. Baby Dragon. Wasn't really expecting that. Okay, he can't afford a lightning because he spent on the Baby Dragon and he spent on the Knight. I'm going to do this. I mean, like I said, he can't afford a lightning. So, I'm not really worried about this. We're going to go like this because it's going to tank for the Baby Dragon, just for like 1 or 2 shots. We're not going to eat any Baby Dragon shots, so... At this point, I can just continue defending. I know the rest of this deck. The Evo Knight is something that I do want to be mindful of. It's a pretty good card. I'm going to go drill in the back because he has Dark Prince. I know he can activate King Tower, but I don't think that he will. We're going to do a poison here as well because I don't really have a better play. Anything else I cycle just kind of goes to waste. So we're going to take this damage while we can. Go for a low Mighty Miner here. I'm going to poison this. I know it like looks weird. I mean, it might even look bad, TBH, but I promise it's a decent play. I have to go for a defensive drill here. Just it is what it is, man. Okay. Low skellies. Dude, having double building is such a hack. People forget that you can use Goblin Drill defensively, but like all he got was that lightning on the tower. So we're good. We just need to make sure we stay ahead of his lightning cycle. And if he keeps giving us poison values, like we're obviously always going to continue to take those. Evo Knight, this is when things start to get a little hairy. We're going to go Mighty Miner over here. He's probably going to hit us with a bunch of spam right now because I don't have my poison and cycle. Kind of maybe trying to force out my cannon in situations where I wouldn't normally do it is possible. Yeah, but he takes way more damage than he gave in that situation, and he's low on daggers. Good defense by us, not cracking under the pressure that he did apply. It was good pressure, but not enough to break through. So no need to defend all of that over there, which is great for us. Okay. And that's going to be game, surely. Just you can't break through that. There's nothing you can do, man. This is just such a bad matchup for them. I'm not even going to act like I'm doing anything crazy. Just from the matchup side of things, man, this deck is just bonkers sometimes. Look at that. Evo Ice Spirit. Holy moly. Just throw in the towel, man. Just it happens, bro. It happens. Just throw in the towel. Matchups do really be like that. Yeah, he gave up. Genuinely, he took my advice. GG's. Super easy matchup. It is what it is, man. Fundamentals of Clash Royale. We're going to hold that W. Catch you in the outro. And that is going to do it for today's video. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to take a screenshot, or I'll put the link to this deck in the YouTube description as well, so you can just open it in the app. Thank you so much for watching. I promise this deck is so good. You saw me just dismantle my opponents in some of the matchups. Like truly, the defense of this deck, so incredibly strong. Evo Cannon, Evo Ice Spirit, Carry, Mighty Miner, Poison. Every card in this deck is broken. I'm like listing off cards and they're so good. So give it a try. I promise it'll make you a better player. And one final time, thank you so much for watching. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I really hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace out.